In class 12th accountancy, we are on the chapter share capital, and the day before yesterday and in the previous classes, we completed the general entry part, theory part, different types of shares, different types of share capital, different types of companies. All the theory part generally we completed. But today, yesterday we completed calls in areas, how to calculate calls in area and all other part, how to put them in general entry and how to calculate multiple areas, multiple steps areas. Yesterday we completed. Now we are moving towards further topics like call in advance, then over subscription, under subscription. These topics we will cover in today's video. So first of all, we should start with yesterday we completed calls in areas. Calls in areas means the shareholder is unable to pay the due amount, and I gave you one formula also to calculate. Simple formula to calculate areas is the difference between called up and paid up capital. I told you that formula may come in exam in multiple choice question, or in that question maybe in numerical form. So yesterday we completed calls in areas. If you have any doubt, you can see the previous video. Now come on to the next topic, that is calls in advance. Calls in advance. Yes, please look at the screen, then you will be able to understand. Calls in advance means the amount sometimes a shareholder pay a part or the whole of the amount of the call, which is not yet made, but in advance. So that part of amount or that part of capital is termed as calls in advance. Just opposite of calls in arrears. Calls in arrears means the company due the amount, company called up the amount, but the shareholder is paying less. So area means the difference between called up and paid up. Now calls in advance is just because company yet not due that amount. Company did not call that amount, but the shareholder paid in advance. Various reasons are there to pay the amount. So the amount received in advance is a liability for the company and should be credited to call in advance. As we know in 11th class also we will study that the amount received in advance, that is unearned income. Same here, the amount received in advance by the company is unearned. That's why it is liability yet not called. So it is a liability and it should be credited to calls in advance. See, when the entry, general entry, when the calls in advance or when the amount received in advance, so entry is bank account debit to calls in advance, and when that amount is used, then this calls in advance will be debited and transferred to particular call. Okay, so see, today I will explain you calls in when received. There will be two conditions. When received, when account debit, call in advance. And when that amount will be utilized or adjusted, when that amount will be adjusted, then very easy. This credit amount will be debited all in account to concern all or particular. So there will be two general benefits. One is for received, another is for adjusted. And the balance in calls in advance account is shown as a separate item under the title Equity and Liabilities of the company's balance sheet and under the head Current Liability. Why current liability? This is the liability for the company and company has to adjust it with 1 year. That's why it is termed as current liability. Now we are moving towards the toughest topic of this chapter is oversubscription. Oversubscription. These topics will be under theory as well as numerical. See children, oversubscription means when a company receives applications for share more than the number of shares offered to the public, it is known as oversubscription. Look at the screen, children. Then you will be able to understand what is oversubscription. Oversubscription means a condition when public applied more than offered. So this is termed as oversubscription. Applications are more than offered. When applications are more than offered shares, it is termed as oversubscription. And oversubscription, in that case, there are three options, three alternatives. Company can the alternatives reject it, keep as advance, both. So, in the case of oversubscription, company can use three alternatives, accept and some application and reject the others, make the pro rata and can adopt a combination of the above alternatives. Means combination means advance and deferred both. Now what is pro rata? Pro rata means proportionate allotment to all applicants. Pro rata means proportionate allotment to all applicants is known as pro rata allotment, and the excess application money received is adjusted towards the amount due on allotment. Extra money which is not refunded can be adjusted in the allotment. So it is termed as pro rata allotment. In the name itself given, proportionate allotment. When applications received more, then company can do pro rata allotment. Shubhangi Jain, please switch your video on. This is termed as pro rata allotment. Priyansh, make your own notes better. I have made these slides for you to note down in the summarized way. Digvijay. These are the definitions that may come in the exam for theory as well as for numerical. Yesterday we completed the numerical part of areas. Now today we start with the advance, and then the next term today is oversubscription. When a company receives applications more than the offer, it is the best was applications are more than offer. Some part can be rejected, some part can be less advanced, and both means some part combination. Some part as a result, default, some as advance. Then the next definition is pro rata. Pro rata means when the directors can opt a proportionate allotment system, which is known as pro rata. It means excess application money will be adjusted on further costs. Generally, pro rata is used at the time of oversubscription. Those companies who are giving more dividend, those companies who are having a good reputation in the market, and those companies who are giving constant dividend will have oversubscription. Oversubscription means the public is ready to buy, ready to apply their shares. So generally they have oversubscription. So in that case, company has three options. Totally reject the oversubscribed shares, rejection. Rejection means refund, as I told you yesterday, and maybe keep as advance or pro rata, or maybe the combination. Combination means some part refunded, some keep as advance. Now what is pro rata? Pro rata means proportionate allotment. Now come on to the next condition, that is under subscription. Under subscription is just opposite to over subscription. It is a situation when applications are less than invited. Under, it is given in the name itself. Under subscription, the public applied for less than offered. Like company wants to issue 50,000 shares, but public applied for 48,000 shares. In that case, that is under subscription, because company is ready to issue 50,000 shares, but public is applied only for 48,000 shares. Then in that case, this is under subscription. Now the question is, which type of companies generally have under subscription? Which type? Those who are not earning sufficient profits, those who don't have good image or reputation in the market, those who are not giving proper amount of dividend or constant dividend, means those who don't have good image, then public is not ready to buy their shares. That is why it is termed as under subscription. Now the question is, one more condition is there. When there is recession or depression in the market is not on boom. That as in 11th class I told you, there are two types of market, bullish and bearish. If the market is bearish, then there will be generally undersubscription. Okay, so oversubscription and undersubscription are the opposite term. Oversubscription means public applied for more, and undersubscription when public applied for less. And in that case, undersubscription, there will be no alternative. Only they have to issue less shares, nothing else. But in case of oversubscription, company has to face some different situation. First, they will reject. Second, they will keep as advance. Third, both reject and advance in proportion. So under subscription means public applied for less. Now the next topic, issue of shares at a premium. When a company issue its shares at a price which is higher than the face value, it is called issue of shares at a premium. Difference between the par value or face value and the selling price is known as premium, and a separate account is open for that, which is known as security premium reserve account. Is shown under the title equity and liability, under the head reserves and surplus, but it can be used only for 5. Yes, children, now listen again. Issue of shares at a premium means when company issue its shares higher than the face value. It is known as issue of shares at a premium. Difference between the par value and the selling price is called premium, and the premium amount is credited to separate account called security premium account. It is shown under the title equity and liabilities, under the head reserves and surplus. Today I it can be used for 5 purposes. Now today what we discuss is first, yesterday's point is calls in areas. Okay, I gave you the detail yesterday how to calculate calls in area, and I gave you that formula. And this formula will be utilized for difference between called up and paid up capital. When called up capital is more and paid up capital is less, it is termed as areas. Now the next term. Just reverse of calls in areas, that is calls in advance. When a shareholder pay a part or the whole of the amount which is not yet paid, then the amount is known as calls in advance. When calls in advance received, that will be credited, but when it will be adjusted, that will be debited. It is shown under the current liability head. Today we discussed it. Then I told you what is oversubscription. And oversubscription means when public applied for more than the offered shares. There are 3 conditions. Company can reject it, company can make it advance and pro rata, or the combination. Then pro rata means proportionate allotment. Then what is under subscription? Under subscription means number of shares applied for is less than the invited share. Many times, public is not ready to take the shares, which is known as under subscription. Yesterday we have completed the area part. Now today also I am going to explain, because with the theory I am going to explain you that numerical part also. Yesterday we have completed areas part. Now advanced calls in advance. When advance received, that entry is bank account And when that is adjusted, then the entry is just credit will be debit, calls in advance account adjusted call. Now we have to do that question in a summarized way. When company, you can note down the question, when company due first call of rupees 2 per share then a shareholder of 100 shares paid in advance second call of rupees 3 per share. As general entry. See, my dear children, what they have given. Company due first call of per share. Company due first call of rupees 2 per share, but a shareholder holding 100 shares, paid in advance, second call with first call. Now how to pass general entries? Look at the board. When the call in advance is received, entry will be bank account entry. Call in advance and you will write that is info. So 100 shares, 2 for first call, 3 for advance. So in the bank, that amount will be 500 and you will write first call also. That is, first call means 200. I am sure you must understand. Bank account debit 500 rupees. Why 500 rupees? Because 2 plus 3. That is 500. So 300 for second call, 300, 100 into 3. These are the 100 shares. 100 into 3. And first call is 100 into 2. So first call is 100 into 2. Now you will transfer this 300 rupees. Got it? Here with the bank, you will write amount received, that is received, and that is transfer. So when calls in advance received, that will be credited. When it is adjusted, that is debited. You can learn by this way. When received, that is credited. When adjusted, the same amount will be debited. This is the rule of general entry for calls in advance. Yes. Now the next term is oversubscription. Oversubscription means applications received more than offered share. Company offered 1,000 shares, but public applied for 1,200 shares. Company offered 1,000 shares, but public applied for 1,200 shares. Their 200 shares will be oversubscribed. How we can come to know that is oversubscribed? When public applied more than offer. Company has 1,000 shares, but public is applying for 1,200 shares. It is termed as oversubscription. Now just the reverse of it. Company wants to offer 1000 shares, but public applied for 950 shares. It is termed as oversubscription. I'm sure you all must understood today's topic.